It's not that I'm shocked that Ethan would do something so insane. No, not at all. He confirmed the letter is from his lawyer. Wait, no. That letter is real? This letter is real? The letter that this lawyer sent to random anonymous Redditors is real. Ethan confirmed it. That honestly surprised you? Yes. And not because of like the depravity of Ethan Klein. No, the reason why I'm shocked is because what lawyer would write this legal mechanism of extortion? Let me introduce you to this dipshit. He posted a clip to Snark that we DMCA'd. That should have been it. But then filed a fraudulent counter notification to bring the video back up, thereby forcing our hand to enforce our IP. We got his email address from the forum, and subsequently, with very little work, his real ID, I will be suing him, but he needs to get in line. He's very low priority, but we have him 3 years to sue. Plenty of time. By the way, dude, 8 years in university, please, bro, get a job. As someone studying accounting and finance, I think you'd have a better sense of risk management. Oh, well, some lessons come free. Free in proverbial sense. It will cost you quite a bit. Hope the 15 minutes of clout from Snark was worth it. Yo, dude. You're doing the tweet. You never believe us? Yeah, I saw this earlier. Chatter, Hasan tells a completely true story about Ethan. What? That's not true. I don't believe you. He wouldn't do that. No, because it's so insane. And it's not because of Ethan. He's very clearly insane. He's at this stage, he's like Kanye level at his posting, okay? With seemingly no avail. Like no one is stopping him, right? But I would have expected a lawyer who wants to maintain their reputation to not tell his client, to stop his client from making such a ridiculous demand. It's shocking that he volunteered this information, that he was so petty that he would go after random anonymous Reddit accounts for posting Ethan's own words, okay? And then simultaneously volunteer this information. He told Steiny if he was a real friend, he wouldn't have had you on the pod. Dude, hey, talk with Steiny today.
Or what? Why don't you ask me something positive, dude?
Listen, okay, try.
Like, yo, how is yours and Steve's relationships now? Oh, it's really great, H3. You know, after the podcast, we mended the relationship. Since you didn't watch the whole thing, it ended very positively. We shook hands.
Okay, good.
Showed love to each other.
Good.
Something that adults do. And
good.
Hopefully you and Hasan can do one day.
Oh, bro, you are with the you are literally walking with the sheep. If you were my friend, listen, if you were my friend,
and maybe I'm
if you were my friend, you wouldn't even have had him on. It wouldn't even be a question.
I'm just letting you know, and maybe he fooled me, but it seems like that guy actually...
He did fool you.
At this point, maybe not at this point, it's different, but it seemed like he actually genuinely cared or cares about you.
Yeah, he did fool you. He's a psychopathic piece of shit that spent the last like year trying to destroy me.
Bro, come on, man. Come on, dude. Someone, please. Anyone that is in his vicinity that he still listens to, you have to do an intervention, dude. This is crazy. This is, oh my God.
And by the way, and just lying, clipping, doing all this ridiculous shit. And that's part of his shtick, is that he shows up to other people's show and first
of all, Steiny invited me. Like, the also, I never clipped him. The only times that I looked at his clips were when he was talking shit about me. As a matter of fact, for an entire year, people would send me clips of Ethan, and I was like, bro, I don't want to talk about Ethan. There's a agenda going on. I don't give a shit. That was my first deception. I tricked him into inviting me on. Yeah. Just like how you're obsessed with him, lol, lol, lol. Yeah, oh my God.
A psychopath who can perform on a high level to charm and trick people. That's what he does.
All right, man.
And he's explicitly said it, that he does it for the explicit purpose of running normies through into his funnel to radicalize them.
Well, he didn't get me.
He did. It sounds like he got you. It sounds like he got you. But that's okay.
Shit.
I hope it's a good
Maybe he did.
Yeah. But they say psychopaths are very charming. It's that thing. Like on the surface, they're very charming.
Yeah, well, I know you think I don't do anything all day, but my Postmates just got here, so I'd like to go enjoy that.
What'd you get?
And, dude, at Papa John's, bro, it's my cheat day.
I feel like at this point, I mean, it's projection, but it's also, god damn. I love that he thinks it's like a secret. I'm the one who volunteers this information. Like, it's not a secret that, yes, I want to pull people away from right-wing attitudes, right-wing politics. Okay, that is not a secret. You didn't find this. I volunteered it on a podcast. And I talk about it all the time. I've been interviewed by the New York Times, CNN, NPR, numerous outlets where they go, Hasan, how do you do what you do? And I tell them, I'm like, hey, what I do requires a lot of charitability. And I'm very fortunate enough to look a certain way, to have these kinds of affinities, to have these kinds of interests that allow me to penetrate through otherwise inaccessible routes to talk to people about my worldview. That's what I do. Yes, it's not a secret. This is not disingenuous. It would be disingenuous if I hid my true perspective. If you ask me what my perspective is, including what I'm doing, I will tell you. I have no shame in this process. I don't think this is a shameful thing. I think this is an honest thing. This is a good thing. As a matter of fact, I'm almost certain I talked to Steiny about this on the podcast too, to a certain degree, because he was asking me, I don't want to leak it. You'll see when it comes out, but because he asked me like what my gripes were with the Nelk boys, and I was open with him. I was honest. You're a snake for teaching empathy. I know, it's really fucked up. Yes, my goal that I explicitly state all the time is to make people more empathetic to others. Okay, that's my goal. Oopsie, I leaked it. I want people to be more empathetic to others. What is this? Hasan's content helped shift my perspective, and I'm genuinely grateful. I'm 20. For a while, I was a pretty big Trump supporter, mostly because he came off as bold, confident, and I like the challenge. I like that he was challenging the system. It was easy to buy into that image without fully understanding the bigger picture. Over the last couple of months, I started watching Hasan's content more regularly. The way he breaks down policy, history, and current events made me reflect on a lot of what I used to believe. I've gained a much better understanding of economic issues, especially around things like tariffs, class structures, and how political narratives are shaped. It's made me realize how surface level my previous views were and how important it is to actually understand the systems at play. Just want to say thanks to Hasan and the community. Y'all helped open my eyes in a big way. Hell yeah. I actually came across a clip of Hasan on TikTok randomly and it just pulled me in. It's wild how much your perspective can shift when someone takes the time to break things down in a clear, honest way. One thing led to another, and here I am. Forget that. The one and only reason you shifted your perspective is because you have an open mind. The difference between a conservative and a leftist is how open they keep their mind. Most people here are brought up not knowing about what gay or trans even means. We're even brought up as raw America good, USSR bad, communism. But keeping an open mind is really what differentiates us. Yeah, I do think, yes, that's all it takes is charitability and keeping an open mind. And a part of that is quite literally me going on these podcasts and doing stuff like that so that people realize that I'm not the monster that even people like Ethan present me as to their audiences, with the sole purpose of trying to convince people not to be assholes, you know? It is pretty wild that is considered like indecent somehow, even or people act as though I hide this goal that I have, that I explicitly detail all the time, virtually every single day, and also on numerous outlets. And no, this was not your invitation to send me all things Ethan Klein. Jesus Christ. Immediately and instantly, I ate the bait. Someone said Ethan actually volunteered this information, and I didn't even get to finish my point. My point was, it's not that I'm shocked that Ethan would do something so insane. No, not at all. I didn't believe it because I thought that a lawyer that went to law school, that paid their way through college, that went and studied for the bar exam, passed the bar exam, would write such a ridiculous cease and desist order, privilege of confidential settlement communication pursuant to federal rule of evidence in California evidence code section, where he straight up goes, hey, because you're in violation of fair use, we want you to do completely random shit that is utterly irrelevant. Although the office only received it as today, as set forth below, under no circumstances does your use of TEI's work on H3 Schnark constitute as fair use. Your 12.524 fraudulent counter notification constitutes misrepresentation, an opportunity for you to avoid a lawsuit for copyright infringement. And in a countersuit for fair use, your only option to avoid litigation is if you provide our office with all correspondence you have had with the moderators of H3 Snark. You provide our office with all the correspondence you've had with other H3 Snark users. This is literally a subreddit. Like, can you imagine you posted one of my videos on a subreddit? So now I own you. Like, the idea that you can do this is so crazy. It's just extortion. Imagine if you started DMCing all those clips his Snark subreddits post about you and threatening to sue random redditors in E subreddit. All those drama slop tubers who are defending E would make videos about it, dunking on you. They're all a bunch of hypocrites. Yeah, 100%. If I did this, if I went into H3 Productions, the subreddit right now, and went through a bunch of these things, or even Destiny subreddit, both at certain points have been used as a Hasan Snark subreddit. If I were to literally get a lawyer who is, I guess, stupid enough that they would put their name on such a frivolous piece of litigation, okay, and I demanded that these people give me like personal details about themselves or reveal information about anonymous users that I speculate they're in coordination with in the process, how many YouTube videos would every single one of those drama slop tubers make? How many? Oh my God. It would get like 7 billion views, dude. Every single one of them would be going crazy. They'd be like, oh, Hasan, he did it again. He's the worst guy. Yeah, there'd be a movement. They'd be like, save Reddit. We have to save Reddit. It's crazy. But when Ethan does this shit, not a peep from those very same drama slop tubers. Now, why is there not a peep from those guys? Because there's one guy that they hate more than they hated Ethan at the time, as they got millions of views over all the ridiculous shit that Ethan was doing at the time, and that's me. Speaking of organizing a protest to save Reddit, wasn't Ethan supposed to organize a protest against Reddit? He was going to do a Laura Loomer thing and chain himself outside of Reddit headquarters. Yeah, look, I'm not a lawyer, as you guys know. I don't think I could ever pass the bar. But having said that, I feel like it's pretty crazy for a lawyer to be like, yeah, you violated copyright and then tried to countersue us or to claim that you have fair use here in violation of copyright. So for that reason, you now have to be my butler for 30 days. Or you have to tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. You have to tell me, you know, what your mother's favorite food is. You know, you have to give me your mother's maiden name. Like, that's like, it seems like that's an insane demand to make. It's basically extortion because you want to bury someone with legal paperwork, knowing full well that a college student is not going to be able to deal with that financially. Very cool. If it's billable, I promise most do not give a shit. I mean, don't these guys care about their reputations? Like, I don't get it. They know she's a college student too, making fun of her. Yeah, I know. Yeah, gross. Big, powerful man, Ethan. You feel powerful, dude? You feel big? Do you feel small that all of your efforts seemingly have failed and that most people think you're a fucking loser? And I do mean it when I say I wish him well. In spite of all of the things that he's done to me, all the things that he's done to my friends, all the constant efforts of smearing and deplatforming, constant demands, some of which have been successful, I do still want him to just get better. Because I think if he gets better, he'll stop doing this shit. If he just like stopped streaming for, I don't know, a month or two and just completely cleansed his timeline, didn't go on his phone, went to therapy, tried to deal with it, I think he would return in glorious fashion, perhaps maybe even apologize for all of the stuff that he did and say, look, I wasn't all right. I was not, you know, I was not in the best mindset. So yeah, I think I'm being honest when I say like I wish that he would get better, because it's clear that this kind of stuff he hopes will magically change people's attitude about him, but the only thing it does is it makes him sadder.